When the train stopped, he looked out the window. He saw a man talking on the phone. After finishing the call, the man actually broke the phone in half and threw it into a trash can. As an old police officer, this unusual behavior made him alert. The man wore a hat and was bundled up tight, with features that looked South Asian. The man walked away though, and he didn't want to meddle, especially since he was traveling with his children. The train started moving. He read for a while, yet felt a lingering unease. Then he noticed a woman walking by, a train conductor. She stopped behind a person who appeared to be South Asian, secretly observing what the person was doing. When she found nothing suspicious about the person, she moved on. Later, she stopped outside a restroom, knocked gently, then called out. There was no response from inside. She immediately returned, her expression showing alarm, her steps urgent. All these signals confirmed to the police officer that something was happening. David went to find the conductor to inquire about the situation. The conductor brought David into the control room. It turned out there was intelligence suggesting someone on the train might have a body bomb. Current orders were to stop at an abandoned station ahead. Armed response unit officers were already deployed there and would board to handle the situation. The conductor looked panicked. David asked for her name and wrote down her phone number. David walked back and stopped beside his children, seeing they had both fallen asleep. He asked the lady nearby to help watch the kids for a few minutes. After getting her agreement, he headed forward. David came to the locked restroom, pressed his ear against the door to listen for movement inside. No sound. He stepped away and called the conductor. The train entered a tunnel. At this moment, David fell into panic. The enclosed feeling made him extremely uncomfortable, with chest tightness, suffocation, rapid heartbeat, and cold sweats. David positioned himself outside the restroom, ready to spring into action. Suddenly, a middle-aged man emerged. This person wore a t-shirt with nothing suspicious on him. He appeared to pose no threat. David felt they might have been mistaken. Yet to be certain, he still followed the man for a few steps. The man walked slowly and casually, moving farther away. He certainly didn't seem to be carrying a bomb. The conductor also breathed a sigh of relief. David still hadn't let his guard down and continued checking another restroom. Upon opening the door, he immediately discovered a girl with bombs strapped all over her body. The special police were about to arrive. To avoid frightening the girl, David told her the truth while immediately assuring her he would help establish communication with the police. The girl still didn't respond, yet her emotions didn't fluctuate further. David very slowly raised his phone to inform the conductor of the next steps. The conductor made an announcement requesting people in 2 carriages to move to other carriages. Passengers found this strange, yet under the conductor's repeated instructions, they quickly complied. The lady helping David watch his children woke up the 2 kids. David looked back and saw his children had been taken away. Only then did he finally feel at ease. The photos of David's children seemed to touch Nadia. They hadn't talked long when the train slowed down, preparing to stop, and Nadia became tense again. She heard police sirens outside. Facing this wavering terrorist, the urgent priority was to calm her emotions. This required a stable, gentle, humane negotiation expert. However, the special police outside were all on high alert.